Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Giving thanks and praise to the Most High Yah. Thanking Yahweh for blessing us this morning. Asking the mighty Yahweh to continue to watch over us and keeping us safe. Grand rising, brothers and sisters. Hallelujah. Thanking Yahweh this day for life. Thanking Yahweh this day for the provisions in which He provided us this day. For the food that's in my cupboard, the shoes on my feet, and the clothes that's on my back. Giving thanks and praise to the Holy One of Israel by saying hallelujah. Thank you, Yahweh, for watching over us as we slept and slumbered through the night. But we knew not what took place in the night, but we were asleep. So we give praise and glory to your holy and everlasting name by saying hallelujah. Thank you, Yahweh, for allowing me to rise up and put my shoes on. Thank you, Yahweh, for allowing me to rise up and put my clothes on. Giving thanks and praise to your name, Yahweh. Thank you for all that you do and all that you give. And we sing praise and glory unto you this day. Hallelujah. Bless up, brothers and sisters. Blessings and blessings be upon blessings, man. How y'all doing this wonderful and amazing day? Morning's just now starting to come in. You probably can see a little bit of the break of light starting to come forward. You know, I woke up this morning listening to the birds sing. You heard me? Birds sing in the morning. They don't sing at night. I woke up listening to them three little birds on my windowsill, just singing away, kind of like a Bob Marley song. That's what it sounded like. But give thanks and praise to the Most High Yah. It is the Passover, man. Hallelujah. It's the Passover of the Most High Yahweh. It's the night this evening. We will be hosting class at 8471 Anthony Wayne in beautiful downtown Hartwell, Cincinnati, Ohio. Hallelujah. And we will be memorializing the Passover of Yahweh. When Yahweh passed over the houses of the children of Israel and killed all the firstborn of the Egyptians in the time when the children of Israel were dwelling in the land of Egypt. And praise the mighty Yah. But today, we're going to be reading out of the book of Leviticus. Hallelujah. It is the third book in the Bible. It is Leviticus. We will be starting in chapter 11, and we will read for about an hour. And we will read until we reach chapter 20. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Yes, indeed. I just pray that the Most High Yah be with my mouth, be with my tongue. I pray that the words that come forward out of my mouth be clear and understandable. I pray that the Most High Yah continue to guide my tongue and let the words that I speak come forward clear and be able to paint the picture in which He is trying to set for us to understand. There will be very little, if any, commentary in the reading. I'm just going to read from chapter 11 to chapter 20. The mission is just to be able to give a sound reading of what thus saith the word of Yahweh, using Yahweh's name. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. So I want to thank you all for joining me in advance. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let everybody know that there is a brother out here, HAYYAHKIA in Israel, that's reading the word of what thus saith Yah, only by Yah. Hallelujah. And without any further ado, brothers and sisters, let us begin to get it on. And let's read. Hallelujah. Yeah. Always good to wet that whistle before you get started. Hallelujah. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth, whatsoever parteth the hoof, and is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but he divide not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean unto you. Hallelujah. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins, nor scales in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins, nor scales in the water, that shall be an abomination unto you. These are they which ye shall have in abomination. These are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the osprey. The eagle and the osprey, and the osprey, and the vulture, and the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, and the ostrich, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind, the little owl, and the cormorant, the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, the gear eagle, the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat. All insects that creep, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you. Yet these may ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the cricket after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. But all other flying, creeping things which have 4 legs, which have 4 feet, shall be an abomination unto you. And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever touches the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcasses of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof is not cloven footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one that touches them shall be unclean. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws, among all manner of beasts that go on all 4, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever touches their carcasses shall be unclean until the even. And he that beareth the carcasses of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. They are unclean unto you. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creepeth upon the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. These are unclean to you. Among all that creep, whosoever doeth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the even. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, do it fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed. And every earthen vessel wherein to any of them falleth, whatsoever be unclean, and ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk, and every such vessel shall be unclean, and everything whereupon any part of their carcasses falleth shall be unclean, whether it be an oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. Nevertheless, a fountain or cistern wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which touches their carcasses shall be unclean. And if any part of their carcasses shall fall upon any sowing seed, which is to be sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of the carcasses fall thereon, it shall be unclean unto you. And if any beast of that of which ye may eat die, he that touches the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the even. And he that eateth of the carcasses of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. He also that beareth the carcasses of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever have more feet among all creeping things that creepeth upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I am Yahweh your Elohim. For ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am Yahweh that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt, to be your Elohim. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast this is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beasts that be eaten and the beasts that may not be eaten. Hallelujah. Man. Hey, now that's some powerful words right there. If you ain't never read Leviticus 11, you might want to dive back into that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's sharing some very powerful information about what's clean and what's unclean. And I sit sometimes, man, and watch Naked and Afraid, and they eat everything I said that you shouldn't eat. They be on there eating it. So I'm just saying, it's something to understand, man. It's something to understand. Hallelujah. Leviticus chapter 12. Here we go. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and bore man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation of her infirmity. Shall she be unclean? And wait, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, this is something I always like to ask a lot of Christian women in general. You know, when it comes to learning about a woman, learning about what a woman's supposed to do, how a woman's supposed to take care of her body, you know, all those things that pertain to a woman, how a woman's supposed to be a wife, how a woman's supposed to do certain things, how she should look after herself after she have a child, how she should look after herself after she have a menstrual cycle. You know what? Though none of that applies in the New Testament. It don't talk to you about none of these things. It don't explain to you none of these things. Only thing it tells you in the New Testament, sit down and go ask your husband if you got a question. I mean, if you're going to be honest with it, if you're truly going to be sincere and be honest and consider what's being said, and I always ask them, so if that book don't teach you about what a woman is and what a woman's supposed to do, and it's vice versa for a man, because this the only book that give a man, this the only book from Genesis to Malachi that even expresses and explains the solidarity of a family. And that's being with the Most High Yah. He the only one that puts the solidarity in the family and explains to a man and to a woman what they should and should not do and how they should and should not live. None of that is in the New Testament. They don't tell you none of that for what a woman to do. Proverbs 31 ain't a part of the New Testament. That's part of the Old Testament. Psalms is a part of the Old Testament. But, you know, that's enough of my cackling. That showed up and I just had to put that out there because I just wanted to be, considered. Just considered. Because this reading is not just for me just to read through it. It is, but it's more so for us to consider, man. Consider returning back to the creator of heaven and earth. To consider the laws that the Most High is telling us because we're trying to get it right. It's just like with all the boycotts going on. The Sabbath day is a built-in boycott. You ain't even got to recreate no boycott. We can boycott everything on one day. So this word of the Most High Yah is just for us to reconsider. You know what I'm saying? Reconsider. And this is the time for us to reconsider because today is Passover. This evening is the Passover. And Yahweh wants us to reconsider, returning back unto him, returning back into the fold of what thus saith the mighty Yah. Hallelujah. No more interruptions for me, okay? Let's go. Leviticus chapter 12, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and bore a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation of her infirmity shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 days. She shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering unto the door of the meeting tent of the congregation unto the priest, who shall offer it before Yahweh and make an atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the issue of her blood. This is the law for her that have borne a male or a female. And if she be not able to bring a lamb, then she shall bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, the one for the burnt offering and the other for the sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her, and she shall be clean. Hallelujah. Leviticus chapter 13. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, when a man shall have in the skin of his flesh a rising, a scab, or bright spot, and it be in the skin of his flesh, like the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priest, and the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of his flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in the sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, in sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not white, then the priest shall shut him up that have the plague 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day, and behold, if the plague in his sight be at a stay, and the plague spread not in the skin, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days more. And the priest shall look on him again the 7th day. Behold, if the plague be somewhat dark, the plague spread not in the skin, the priest shall pronounce him clean. It is but a scab, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. But if the scab spread much abroad in the skin, after that he have been seen of the priest for his cleansing, he shall be seen of the priest again. And if the priest see that, behold, the scab spreadeth in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is leprosy. And when the plague of leprosy is in a man, then he shall be brought unto the priest, and the priest shall see him, and behold, if the rising be white in the skin, if the rising be white within the skin, and it have turned the hair white, and there be quick raw flesh in the rising, it is an old leprosy in the skin of his flesh, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and shall not shut him up for his unclean, for he is unclean. And if a leprosy break out abroad in the skin, and the leprosy cover all the skin of him that hath the plague, from his head even to his foot, whosoever the priest looketh, then the priest shall consider, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, if the leprosy has covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. It is all turned white. He is clean. Consider that. But when raw flesh appeareth in him, he shall be unclean, and the priest shall see the raw flesh, and pronounce him to be unclean. For the raw flesh is unclean, it is a leprosy. Or if the raw flesh turn again and be changed into white, he shall come unto the priest, and the priest shall see him, and behold, if the plague be turned into white, then the priest shall pronounce him clean that have the plague, he is clean. The flesh also, in which even in the skin thereof was a boil, and is healed. And in the place of the boil, there be a white rising, or a bright spot, white and somewhat reddish, and it be showed to the priest. And if when the priest seeth it, behold, it be in sight lower than the skin, and the hair thereof be turned white, the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague of leprosy broken out of the boil. But if the priest look on him, and behold, there be no white hairs therein, and if it be not lower than the skin, but be somewhat dark, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. But if it spread much abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague. But if the bright spot stay in his place and spread not, it is a burning boil, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. Or if there be any flesh in the skin whereof there is a hot burning, and the quick flesh that burneth have a white bright spot, somewhat reddish or white, then the priest shall look upon it, and behold, if the hair in the bright spot be turned white, and it be in sight deeper than the skin, it is a leprosy broken out of the burning. Wherefore the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there be no white hair in the bright spot, and it be no lower than the other skin, but be somewhat dark, the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And the priest shall look upon him the 7th day. And if it be spread much abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. And if the bright spot stay in its place, and spread not in the skin, but it be somewhat dark, it is a rising of the burning, and the priest shall pronounce him clean, for it is an inflammation of the burning. If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, and be a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scale. It is leprosy upon the head or beard. And if the priest look on the plague of the scale, and behold, it be not in the sight deeper than the skin, and that there is no black hair in it, then the priest shall shut him up that have the plague of the scale 7 days. And in the 7th day, the priest shall look on the plague, and behold, if the scale spread not, and there be in it no yellow hair, and the scale be not in sight deeper than the skin, he shall be shaven, but the scale shall he not shave, and the priest shall shut him up that have the scale 7 days more. And in the 7th day, the priest shall look on the scale, and behold, if the scale be not spread in the skin, nor be in sight deeper than the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him clean, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. But if the scale spread much in the skin after his cleansing, then the priest shall look on him, and behold, if the scale be spread in the skin, the priest shall not seek for yellow hair. He is unclean. But if the scale be in his sight at a stay, and that there is black hair growing up therein, the scale is healed, he is clean, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. If a man also or a woman have in the skin of their flesh bright spots, even white bright spots, then the priest shall look, and behold, If the bright spots in the skin of their flesh be darkish white, it is freckled spot that groweth in the skin. He is clean. And the man whose hair is fallen off his head, he is bald, yet is he clean. And he that have his hair fallen off from the part of his head toward his face, he is forehead bald, yet he is clean. And if there be in the bald head or bald forehead a white reddish sore, it is a leprosy sprung up in his bald head or his bald forehead. Oh, goodness. Hold on, peoples. Hold on. Hold on. Daughter. Good morning. What's going on? I have to call and check and see if I got that. I don't know if I had it before. I don't know if I still got it. Let me call and check, okay? And give you a call right back. Hold on. All right. All right. We have to do an interruption. All right. I don't know how to pause this. Hold on 1 second. The things we gotta learn now here. Okay, so we're gonna have to postpone this reading for right now. I have to go take care of some family stuff. We will return, and we will continue this reading at a hospital later on today. But praise the mighty Yah. Have a wonderful and blessed day. God is in protection. Hallelujah.